Well, gardeners love having greenhouses, and I'm with Dick from Richard McCollom Yard Services, and Dick has a very unique greenhouse right behind us. So what was the whole impetus of this greenhouse? Because it's not like it was a kit, but it looks like it was kind of from found objects.
It's a collection of things that over the years I have accumulated, and finally was able to build something that I have wanted for years, and that's like a potting shed or a greenhouse.
Yeah, it is so great, and I know some of the pieces have come from remodels of your home or some from friends' homes, and even the fence behind us is a window in it from your home, so it really all comes together.
It does, and there are things that I have saved, and I felt that we could incorporate it into something, but I never knew what, and it finally this last summer was the year that it all came together as a nice shed and fence topping.
Well, you know, I think that we all have collected things like this. You hate to throw them away because you think, oh, I'm going to have something like that. And so to kind of all put it together. Now, did you do all the construction, the engineering of it?
I didn't. I have a friend who has done a wonderful job on bringing a lot of these parts and pieces together. He would stand back and I would say, okay, here's all the windows. And in most cases, he would find places for everything, and he would do the engineering in the building.
Because it's very sturdy, and it's so nice because there is so much light in it, and you could even use it other things, like your grandkids use it for a playhouse or starting seeds. What other kind of uses are you going to have?
I think starting seeds, and I want to do some cuttings, hardwood cuttings this winter, and I'll start them in here as well.
So Dick, if we wanted to tackle a project like this, can you give us maybe a starting point? What would we start at?
Oh, I think the most important thing is where to site the construction in your property. In this case, we wanted enough sun exposure so that the way we fronted it, we'd have enough windows and enough light during the day. We were limited in some cases with the materials that we did have. The front posts are large beams set in concrete. The back posts were shorter. So we set them in gravel, and a lot just depends on the materials you have at hand. I didn't want to buy a lot of new materials, so a lot of it we would source from things I did have, and then if we needed more things, we'd go to one of the rebuilding centers. So you are using other recycled things, which is great. And I did notice, speaking of gravel, that you just have a gravel floor, which is so nice. It's very expensive to pour concrete, so it's nice to have just gravel as a footing or as a surface. It's one of the recommendations, and it's best for drainage, and it's easy to maintain.
That's nice. So can you put a price on what this costs, like hard money that you actually had to put out to make it?
Probably the total material cost. The most expensive was the roofing. I think probably altogether maybe $400 or $500 for materials.
And many years of saving pieces and
lots
odds and ends.
Lots of stuff in the yard, and I finally decided that a lot of this had to go into a project. And anything that I didn't use, then I would turn around and put out on the street and put free signs on, and people have come and picked those items up, extra windows and things.
Oh, sure, just pass it on.
Pass it on.
Well, I think it's a good seed starting for all of us, you know, kind of like put those thoughts in our head that maybe we can do that too. It's just that creativity and kind of pulling it all together.
Yes.
Well, thanks for helping us. Thanks very much.
Well, thank you.